Good day, morning, good day, but I'm your host, Club the host of the Club that was Sports World Live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll talk to you guys about the SummerSlam 2020 results. I'll tell you what went down. I'll tell you guys exactly about the fact that Keith, it's COVID. I'll tell you about that today is Kobe Bryant Day, even though his 42nd birthday was yesterday. By the way, he would have been 42 yesterday. Sonya brother wishes out to his family members. Sonya brother wishes out there, even though he may be gone. So some of your favorite memory, what your favorite, moment was, and I'll be more than happy to address response to that. I'll tell you guys about the fact that Keith Lee is going to be debuting tonight on Monday Night Raw, by the way. I'll tell you guys about the fact that, it's Vince McMahon's 75th birthday as well, and all the other birthdays I'm going to get down to here. I'm going to talk to you guys also about the fact that Kevin Harvick just won his 7th Cup victory at Dover. Also about the fact that Ciroc Popov won the AIG Women's Open. Get you guys that for sure. And the fact that Justin Johnson has won the Northern Trust by 11 shots. And, Luka Doncic buzzer beater, by the way. The Jazz defeating the Nuggets as the Jazz lead 3-1 series. And that's pretty much all I will have just for today on that. So, and also Takuma Sato won his second Indy 500 race under caution. So that's all I'm gonna have for today, everybody. So I'm gonna get you guys to it. I'm gonna start things off with how things went down at SummerSlam. By the way, you saw Apollo Crews retain the U.S. title. Bayley retains the SmackDown Women's title. Street Profits retain the Raw Tag Team titles. Mandy Rose defeats Sonya Deville in a no DQ match. Now, it should have been a hair versus hair match, but it says it's going to be a no DQ match where loser leaves WWE. So Mandy Rose took out Sonya Deville, and Sonya Deville, she leaves WWE forever. That's it. So, and then she would tweet saying goodbye. So, Sonya Deville is done for. That's it. She is done. So that feud between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville is over. I can say that right now. So Mandy Rose takes out Sonya Deville, no DQ at SummerSlam, and Sonya Deville leaves WWE forever. That's it. What's next for her? Well, who knows? She could wind up in AEW Impact. So question remains right there. So you never know what Sonya Deville's future holds for her. So she is done. That's it for her. That is it. Seth Rollins, he takes out Dominik in a street fight, by the way. It should have been Dominik that should have won that match. Clearly, come on. Dominik, he looked pretty impressive, by the way. I will say that. But obviously he made some more work to do. More improvement he's got to make. So that's something that a lot of people are looking to, and honestly, I didn't think anyone was ready. I don't think he was ready. So, he looked impressive out there last night at SummerSlam, but he just couldn't finish taking out Seth Rollins. But really not looking good there. So Seth Rollins takes out Dominik, street fight, and not looking good there. Rey Mysterio was handcuffed, and Dominik got Rey Mysterio those handcuffs at the end of the match. So that's all there is you need to know just for now, and nothing more to it. Also, another news: Asuka, she becomes a 2-time Raw Women's Champ as she took out Sasha Banks. Look, I thought it was gonna be Asuka 2 belts. That didn't happen. Bayley, she retained her SmackDown Women's title. Asuka, she took out Sasha Banks, and come next Sunday, Bayley and Sasha Banks, they had to defend their women's tag team titles against who? That's the question that's going to remain. Could it be against Asuka and Shayna Baszler? That's not going to happen. Could it be Asuka again? Could be Asuka teaming up with Shirai? That could be good. Bayley and Sasha Banks, they've taken out the Iconics. They've taken down Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan. They've taken, could be them, I guess. It could be against maybe Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart, or Rhea Ripley and Shotzi Blackheart, I guess. So there has not been an announcement on that. So hopefully Sasha Banks and Bayley are gonna find out who the challengers are for the women's tag team titles at Payback. So that'll be the question that's gonna remain. So you can catch Payback on Sunday, next Sunday. That's gonna be live on the WWE Network, by the way. That's free for new subscribers, by the way, on the free version, by the way, as well. So that's all there is to it. So nothing more to that. And Sasha Banks is gonna be living. So what's gonna happen there? That's the question that's gonna remain. And others I want to point out, Drew McIntyre retains the WWE title, by the way. Congrats to him on that. Bray Wyatt the Fiend, and Bray Wyatt became a 2-time Universal Champ match. Look who showed up. The big dog himself, former Grand Slam champ, Universal champ, WWE champ, tag team champ, former Shield member, the big dog, Roman's Revenge, or Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has been on television for months now. No one's served him since. So last night, Roman Reigns shatters and shocks the entire universe, attacks both Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. My goodness. And he's got the Universal, he wants back the Universal title. So clearly, a lot's gonna be answered. So Roman Reigns, I mean, my goodness, there's a lot to be said there. I'll say there's a lot to be said. Roman Reigns has been active for months due to this pandemic issue, due to this coronavirus issue that's been going on. But Roman Reigns is back, and I gotta say, even though this is where he wants to be. He wants to be back in the title hunt once again. So, and Roman Reigns is the former U.S. champ, Intercontinental champ. So really, Roman Reigns is back. So obviously, this is surprising news, the best news yet. And even though, no one's heard from Roman Reigns in recent months, he's back now. So you gotta give credit to Roman Reigns coming back. I mean, he speared Bray Wyatt, the Fiend Bray Wyatt, attacks him, they takes out both, and takes out Braun Strowman as well. So obviously that's a big loss. That's huge right there. So those legends are your SummerSlam results, by the way, and that's all you need to know. Also, I'm gonna address you guys about this. Renee Young confirmed that she has left WWE. So I did tell you guys, about this past week that Renee Young's going to leave WWE, and obviously she is. She confirmed that last night on the SummerSlam panel, and she is gone. So that's it for her. So that's a really big loss for her, and that's a really big loss for the WWE Universe, more particularly though. But obviously, there's a lot of people didn't expect, and a lot of people right now are in disarray. So that's all there is you need to know. So those legends are your SummerSlam results, and Renee Young's left WWE for good. That's it for her. And Sonya Deville, she's left WWE for good as well after she lost in a no DQ match. So that's all there is you need to know on that. Others I want to point out, by the way, I want to say happy Mamba Day, happy Kobe Bryant Day, even though it's Kobe Bryant's 42nd, even though he went 42 yesterday, and even though, he was deceased in a helicopter accident that took out his life, his daughter Gigi's, and 7 others' lives as well in the helicopter accident. And it was just sad, seeing this earth-shattering tragedy to just, rock the entire sports industry, which it has, in the entire world. And unfortunately, myself, I've covered this for the past few months, and 2020 has been a total dumpster fire since, because obviously, Kobe Bryant, I mean, in his retirement game, he had it's the final game, he had 60 points. In his last game against the Jazz. And he's a 5-time NBA champ. He was the heart and soul of the NBA. He was indeed the benefactor leader of the Lakers, the MJ of the NBA, forever the GOAT, Mamba mentality, which he always has, which he always will. He was indeed the cornerstone of the NBA, the Hall of Famer, which he will be. Which Vanessa, Bryant, and their little girls, Natalia, and two others, by the way. So it's really just shattering news right there. So happy Kobe Bryant Day, everybody. Happy Mamba Day, that is. And he's for a second, bro. He went before he took yesterday. So really awful news on that part. So rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Your legacy will live on forever and ever. And your legacy will not be forgotten. I can tell you that. You may be gone, but not forgotten. So rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. It's a beast. So tell me what your favorite Kobe Bryant memory was, your favorite, maybe your favorite jaw-dropping moment that he had, what your favorite moment was, what your legacy was, and what you want to share on. Please do so on that, and I want to address the response to that. So that's all there's you need to know on that. And I just want to point out, by the way, the Limitless one, Raw is going to get Limitless because former NXT North American, former unified Limitless NXT North American champ and NXT champ who lost his title to Karrion Kross this past Saturday at TakeOver 30, by the way. Limitless one, Keith Lee. Bask in his glory, everybody, because Keith Lee is coming to the main roster tonight on Monday Night Raw. Yes, everybody. Limitless one, former NXT North American champ and former NXT champ, Limitless Keith Lee is arriving to Monday Night Raw tonight inside Thunderdome. And I know for sure that even though he was NXT champ, he was sparring with Drew McIntyre. I would say this right now, that Keith Lee debuting on Monday Night Raw tonight, that is big, not just for his career, but it's throughout his legacy. I can tell you that he's a moment maker, history maker, call what you want. But I'll say this right now. Keith Lee, you got to start into the title picture. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, that right there is a monstrous game changer. This is something that people, he's had a Royal Rumble moment. And since he's going to be debuting on Monday Night Raw tonight after SummerSlam, that right there is bone-shattering news. I would say that right now. So I can see Keith Lee as the future WWE champ. I'll say that right now. So I would honestly love to see Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. Now, even though he's going to be debuting tonight, even though they were sparring this past week before their matches, Keith Lee is coming to Monday Night Raw tonight. And we may be seeing the match of the century between Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre. And they can face each other at Payback, I guess, on Sunday, live on the WWE Network. But that would be huge. So Keith Lee, once again, the Limitless one, bask in his glory. He is coming to Monday Night Raw tonight on USA Network. Do not miss out on that. That is going to be big, must see, must watch. So hopefully you guys, I know a lot of you guys looking forward to that, and I know I am for sure. I'm stoked about it. I know everybody else is at home, all over the country, all over the globe, and be sure to check that out, guys. That's all you need to know. So Keith Lee's come to Monday Night Raw tonight on the USA Network. Fallout from SummerSlam, and that's all there is you need to know. So that's all I got, everybody. That's all I got. So another more to it. I just want to point out, by the way, Dustin Johnson just won the Northern Trust by 11 shots. Congrats to him on that. And amazing. Also, this, so guys, another news that Takuma Sato won his second Indy 500 race under caution. So hopefully he's safe there. And that's all there is you need to know just for now on that. Another news that Sarag Popov, she won the 2020 AIG Women's Open. Congrats to her on that. And really big right there. So that's all the reason you need to know. Other things I want to point out, Luka Doncic in Game 4 when the Jazz, when the Mavs took out the Nugget, when the Mavs took out the Clippers, by the way, 135 to 133. Luka Doncic got 43 points, 17 rebounds, 13 assists. You had Kawhi Leonard having 32 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Lou Williams had 36 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. So I can tell you that right now. That's amazing. So Luka Doncic, he didn't disappoint. I can tell you that right now. I mean, I can see him as an MVP. He's MVP. Look, Luka Doncic is MVP material. Make no mistake about that, everybody. So call what you want. Luka Doncic, he's in the conversation. And since the series is tied between the Clippers and Mavericks right now, so that series is tied. I meant to go with the Clips for this one. So I mean, Luka Doncic, he don't disappoint, but his chances of making it to the next round could be in, dire jeopardy. I'm assuming, but one of these days it could be Mavericks make it to the next round, and that's all there is you need to know. So Luka Doncic hit a game-winning buzzer beater, and in the overtime in Game 4, and that's only 3-1. They took out the Nuggets 129-127. Dominik's 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Mike Conley had 26 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Jamal Murray had 50 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Nikola Jokic had 29 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Gotta tell you right now, they don't disappoint. I'll tell you that right now. So make them sing. That's pretty good. Also, the Mavericks, by the way, Lou Williams at 36 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. So obviously, right now, I can see the Jazz taking out the Nuggets in the next game. I mean, obviously, I'd love to see, Luka Doncic, by the way, taking out the Clippers the next 2 games. I'm assuming that can happen, and that's all there is to it. So there's another more I can say right there, everybody. So that's all there is you need to know, and surprise news right there. I'll say that. Another more to it. And others I want to point out, by the way, I want to say happy 75th to the chairman and CEO of WWE, Vince McMahon, to Dave Chappelle, Arian Foster, Reggie Miller, Enrique Hernandez, Marley Matlin, even Alan Walker, Cal Ripken Jr., and Steve Guttenberg. Wish them happy birthdays. Everybody send your birthday wishes, your birthday tweets, your birthday shout-outs. Please do so, everybody, on that. And that's all you need to know just for now. So it's going to be another more to it. And, yeah, it's a lot. So, yeah, it's not all. So send your birthday wishes, your birthday shout-outs, your birthday tweets. Please do so, everybody, on that note. And that's all there is to it just for now. So another more to it. Also, I want to just guys about this, that there have been a total of the NFL's coronavirus tests that were rerun, that were taken. All 77 of the NFL's coronavirus tests that were rerun overnight, they came out negative. So the NFL's one of their partner labs, by the way, they had all 11 teams. By the way, they get tested. I'm assuming, but so all 77 of the NFL's coronavirus tests that were rerun overnight, one of NFL's partner labs, they turned out negative. So that's pretty good news right there. I will say that. And NFL can get a bubble, so I'm not sure how that turned out, but really good news there. I will say that. NBA's got they can get a bum. Baseball, they need bubbles as well. That's what they need right there. So another more to it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the Club That Was Sports Board. Please be sure you like, subscribe to the Club That Was Sports Board YouTube channel, Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Be sure to send me your thoughts of SummerSlam last night. Let me know what your comments are, your reactions, your thoughts on Sonya Deville leaving WWE after she lost to Mandy Rose in a no DQ match. What are your thoughts exactly on Roman Reigns returning after returning for SummerSlam after he took out both Bray, Wyatt, and Braun Strowman, by the way? What are your thoughts about that? I'll address the response to everybody on that. So nothing more to it I could say right there. For sure. Thoughts on Asuka walking out as the two-time Rowan and Shane. Let me know about the comment section. I'll just respond to that as well. What are your thoughts exactly on Luka Doncic making that game-winning buzzer beater? Let me know about the comment section. You think it's going to make it to the all the way to the next 2 games? Let me know about the comment section. I'll just respond to that as well. And say happy Kobe Bryant, a Mamba Day, everybody. So, what's your favorite memory? What's your favorite moment of Kobe Bryant moment was? I will just respond to that. Even though Kobe Bryant may be deceased from that helicopter accident that took out 9 others, including his daughter Gigi. So send your condolences out to Vanessa, Brian, all of her family members, all of her fans that heard. Just out to praise out to her and everyone else out there that was affected by that. So and that's all there is you need to know on that. And just say Kobe all you want. What are your thoughts on Keith Lee debuting on Monday Night Raw tonight? What do you think he has in store? You think just response to everybody on that as well? You think Keith Lee is going to be Drew McIntyre's next challenger for the WWE title? Let me know about in the comment section. I'll definitely just respond to that everybody on that as well. And it could happen at Payback. So who knows? It could happen. I'm assuming, but that's all there's you need to know on that. So I got it stored. So what are your thoughts about that? And I'll just respond to that. And nothing more to it I could say right there. What are your thoughts on Sirach Popov winning the the 2020 AIG Women's Open? Let me know about the comment section. I'll just respond to that as well. Everybody on that. So that's all there is that needs to be said there. So that's all to be said. Sorry, I apologize for that, everybody. And thoughts about that. I'll just respond to